Hey YouTube, Spin Pixie here, and today I'm just going to do a really quick video about energies. And I was going to do this video quite some time ago, but for some strange reason, I kept getting sidetracked with other videos that I wanted to do. And my dog is sitting right here, so she's a bit distracting because she's so beautiful. Anyway, I was watching Eva's House of Spirit the other day, and she touched on this, but from a different perspective. She was talking about how certain YouTube personalities use their influence to manipulate people into doing things they would not otherwise engage in. And so I kind of wanted to talk in that same sort of level of things about what my topic is, because my topic was a little bit different, but along the same lines, in the aspect of energies and trusting your intuition and whatnot. As witches, we read our crystals and we read the energy of, the places that we're in. Are they sacred? Are they haunted? Are they bad energy? Good energy? But we don't always put our best foot forward in reading the energies of people. Now this can be for one of two reasons, I believe. You could be one of those people who are really, really social, who really like to believe the best in people, and so you constantly end up getting hurt or getting screwed over. Or you don't trust yourself enough to trust that you'll make good decisions, so you basically take on people until they hurt you, and sometimes the hurts are really, really deep. I went through a lot of my early years trusting that people could not possibly be as mean as I have found them to be in a lot of cases. So, at some point, after getting hurt enough, you just really go with your gut and your intuition. And, honestly, people say, hold on, I'm going to move the camera a bit. There we go. Okay, sorry. People say to go with your gut, but the truth is you can go with your intuition, because people feel it in different places. Like for me, it's like a lower than my gut. And it's kind of like the lower part of my body feels when it's not a good situation. It's like that fear, that red flag that that I get, and I trust it. If it's a bad energy, bad energies for some reason are much easier to read than good ones, because everybody puts on a good front. No one's gonna shake your hand and be like, yeah, I'm a total con man and I'm gonna screw you over. No one's gonna do that. So it is up to us to really trust ourselves and to go with that intuitive feeling we get, wherever it may be. Some people might actually feel it in their heart. Some people might actually literally feel it in their bones. It just depends on where that happens for you. Now, there are two ways to approach a subject. Excuse me. And there are two ways to approach this subject, because we do a few things. One is we project, or I guess we sort of put an energy on to a person. Like if you see a very handsome guy or a very pretty girl across the room, you think, oh, well, he's probably a jerk and she's probably a bitch, or whatever, whatever you think, it might be negative because, your experiences with attractive people are not good ones. Or they have a look on their face that, you think you're reading their energy, and so you kind of push that energy onto them, and then you meet them, and they turn out to be perfectly wonderful people. The other thing that we do is we project the energy we want to see on people. So if you really want to date this guy or this girl, and they're standing, across the room, and you're going to go up to them, or you're introduced to them, you might project what you really hope to see onto them. So you're not really seeing their energy so much as what you hope to see on them, like that you hope to find in them. And people get screwed over that way as well. So this is my way of kind of trying to help people who have that happen. When you meet somebody, as I spoke before about the way that we're conduits of energy, when you meet somebody and you shake their hand, or you say hello, or you engage with them for the first time, that split-second feeling that you get from them, if it is a bad feeling, it'll make itself known right away. There is no, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. There is no nothing at the beginning, because your intuition is kind of like that sixth sense that just knows, and you need to trust that. So when you meet somebody, if you're getting a real strong intuitive pull that this person is not the right person for your atmosphere, you need to just take a step back. The other thing that you can do is, if somebody's having a bad day, because people have bad days and they project negatively when they're having bad days or they're in bad phases of their life. Don't meet them again right away. Meet them down the line, at another party or through a friend again or something like that. But do it, down the line, and see if the energy pull is any different. The other thing you can do is, like, if you're like me and you get really, really bad. Okay, so you're going to be really loud, are you? There's an airplane flying by. The other thing you can do is, if you're like me and you get really bad social anxiety, what you can do when you're meeting somebody, if the energy is good, if you really strongly feel no bad pulls, if the energy is really good and you're just like, oh my god, this person, and like you're kind of being swallowed by your anxiety and your nerves, what I try to do is I try to either do it there, if you're around friends, I'll try to pull myself back from the conversation or excuse myself to, get air or go to the restroom so I can ground and center, be like, okay, this person is actually cool. This is the one person in 100 that's actually really decent that I want to know. Calm, center. Let's go. And then go out there and rejoin and see if the energy is the same, but calm, but you're calmed. So, you'll be able to get a better read on that person. And chances are, if that you find that happening to you, the person is generally a good person. That does not mean you're going to end up, that does not mean that you won't end up falling out eventually, because things happen, accidents, arguments, whatever, they happen. So yeah, I mean, just take the time to really feel what you're feeling. And before you meet somebody, try very hard not to project the self-fulfilling prophecy or something like that you want to have happen. Just try to approach people as a clean slate until you meet them and you feel their energy. And then let that energy tell you what it is. It's kind of like scrying in a way, I guess, because you want a clean, blank slate. And then when you meet them, that's when the sparks start to happen. That's when the energies start to come forth with and start to project what they are. And the cleaner the slate you allow that person to have, the better the chances you're going to get a good read on them. And trust yourself. If you really do believe that somebody is a bad person, then allow yourself to be with that. I mean, not everyone in this world is, perfect or even worth knowing. So, don't bombard yourself with negative feelings. Here she comes. Just to that you're trying to push down, just to have another friend, because it's not worth the end result. For example, the one time I really went against my intuition is the day that I met a friend that I would have for about 15 or 16 years. My first impulse of this person was that she was a total bitch and very selfish. But I was in high school, I didn't have many friends, and I was so willing to make a friend that I just overlooked that. And that took me down the road of a 15 or 16 year friendship that was one of the most toxic I've ever had. It was great at times, but very toxic most of the time. So, I mean, that was kind of like the nail in the coffin. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I give up. Intuition, you win. Whenever I meet somebody, whatever I get, I get. So, and since then, I've met really great people and pretty horrible people, and I've been able to allow myself to understand that. So, hopefully, this helps somebody out there. Just trust your intuition. And when meeting people, everybody puts on a mask. Remember that. Everybody puts on a guise of, your friendly neighborhood something or other. You know what I mean? Um, your intuition doesn't see the masks. Your intuition doesn't see the lies, or doesn't allow the lies to be the barrier. Your intuition sees past all that, because it's just some inherent skill that we all have, and it takes time to build this skill up. So practice, and really try to hone that intuitive skill, because when you have that, it can't be taken away from you. It can only grow in power, and when it grows in power, you grow in power. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Many blessings, and I hope you had a wonderful Osara. Bye.